Hello and welcome to my new lesson. Today we're going to talk about HCF, which is known as highest common factor, but also known as greatest common factor, and LCM, which is known as lowest common multiple. We're gonna find first the HCF of the following examples. But before I start finding the HCF, I want to say that you can use more than one method to find the HCF or LCM, but I'm just going to show you one method in this video. Let's start with 8 and 12. So we're going to write them down, the numbers first. Then we're going to put a division line. I'm going to call this line a division line because you want to divide from the right side to the left side. After we have done this step, we're going to find a factor that is divisible by both numbers 8 and 12, and that is the 2. So 8 divided by 2 is 4, 12 divided by 2 is 6. Again, we want to find a factor that is divisible by both numbers 4 and 6. That is the 2 again. 4 divided by 2 is 2, 6 divided by 2 is 3. Here, now we can stop because there isn't any factor that is divisible by both numbers. This is how we come to our last step, which is multiply. We multiply both numbers to get the HCF of 8 and 12. This means that the HCF of 8 and 12 is 4. Okay? Great. Now we will move to the next example, which is 10 and 25. We're gonna write the numbers again down and put a division line. 10 divided. Okay, now we want to find a factor that's divisible by both 10 and 25, and that is the 5, of course. So 10 divided by 5 is 2. 25 divided by 5 is 5. So the HCF, this means that the HCF of 10 and 25 is equal to 5. And our last example for finding the HCF is 36, 56, and 72. The same step, we're going to write the numbers down and then put a division line. And here again we want to find a factor that's divisible by those three numbers. Yeah, of course it's C2. That's correct. So 36 divided by 2 is 18. 56 divided by 2 is 28, and 72 divided by 2 is 36. Do we have a number here that's divisible by all those three numbers, by 18, 28, and 36? Yes, it is C2 here again. So 18 divided by 2 is 9, 28 divided by 2 is 14, and 36 divided by 2 is 18. Here we have come to our last step, which is just multiplying those numbers together, because we cannot here, there isn't any factor that is divisible by 9, 14, and 18. There's only a factor that's divisible by 14 and 18 itself, and then by 9 itself. So this is how we stop and multiply those numbers together. You will write HCF of 36, 56, and 72 is equal to 2 multiplied by 2, which is 4. This is the HCF of 36, 56, and 72. Great. This was our last example for finding the HCF. Now we'll move into finding the LCM of the following examples. So after writing the numbers down, we will find a factor that's divisible by 8 or by 12, not by both numbers, no, either by 8 or either by 12. That is the 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4, 12 divided by 2 is 6, then 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. Is there any factor that's divisible by 2 or by 3? Yes, it is the 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, but 3 divided by 2, we cannot divide it, so we'll write it down as it is. Is there any factor that's divisible by 3? Yes, it is the 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. In LCM, you will always get 1, 1, or if it's 3 numbers, then you will get 1, 1, 1 as an answer on the right side, not on the left side, on the right side, okay? This is how you can check if you're done with the steps, okay? Here we have to multiply those numbers together. So the LCM of 8 and 12 is 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3, which is 24. Next example, we have 10 and 25. Is there any factor that's divisible by 10 or 25? Yes, there is. It's C2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 25 divided by 2 cannot divide it, so because we will get a decimal as an answer and we don't want a decimal. So we will write it down as it is. The next step is there any factor that's divisible by 5 or 25? Yes, it is the 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 25 divided by 5 is 5. So now we will divide it by 5 again because it's divisible. So LCM of 10 and 25 So the LCM of 10 and 25 is 2 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5, which is 50. How did we get this? Because we multiplied all numbers together. And our last example for today's lesson is 36, 56, and 72. Here again, is there any factor that's divisible by 36, 56, and 72? Yes, it is Z2. 36 divided by 2 is 18, 56 divided by 2 is 28, and 72 divided by 2 is 36. Is there any factor that's divisible by 18, 28, or 36? Yes, it's Z2. 18 divided by 2 is 9, 28 divided by 2 is 14, and 36 divided by it is 18. So here we can again divide by 2 because 14 and 18 are divisible by 2. 9 divided by 2 we cannot, so we'll write it down as it is. 14 divided by 2 is 7 and 18 divided by 2 is 9. Now, is there any factors that's divisible by 9, 7, or 9? Yes, it is the 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 7 divided by 3 is 7, and 9 divided by 3 is 3. Now we'll again divide by 3 to get 1. And here we'll divide by 7 to get all 3 numbers to become 1. And the last step, of course, is to multiply all numbers together. .504 is the LCM of 36, 56, and 72. And this was our lesson for today. Hope you understood the lesson of HCF, of finding HCF and LCM. Now I will do a summary here. First, we found the HCF of 12 and 8, which is 4, and then we found the LCM of 12 and 8, which is 24, okay? Next, we found the HCF of 10 and 25, which is 5, and then we found the LCM of 10 and 25, which was 50. And our last example was finding the HCF and LCM of 36, 56, and 72. The HCF of those numbers was 4, and the LCM of those numbers was 504.